Pick the wrong underdesk elliptical machine, and you're either banging your knees against your desk all day or constantly chasing it across the office floor. I've seen the reviews, and it happens way more than you'd think. Between $70 and $200, the difference isn't just about resistance levels, it's about stride geometry and actual stability. I dug through the specs, the return complaints, and the daily mechanics of these desk bikes to find the truth. I'm going to show you exactly which ones actually keep you moving and which ones are basically expensive paperweights. Number 1 on this list has a massive cult following, but honestly, there's one specific design detail that makes it the clear winner. Stick around because this ranking is going to save you a lot of frustration. Before you pull the trigger on an underdesk bike pedal exerciser, here's the deal. First, the classic trap. Everybody wants a lightweight machine so it's easy to move. Real talk? You actually want it heavy. A 10-pound machine is going to slide away from you every single time you push the pedals. You want something in the 20 to 30-pound range so it actually stays anchored to your floor. Second, what the spec sheet won't tell you is real-world knee clearance. On paper, a standard circular pedal stroke looks fine, but in real life, if your desk is standard 30-inch height, a bike-style pedal might have you smashing your knees. Look for true elliptical strides that keep your motion lower to the ground. Finally, match it to your life. If you're recovering from an injury or just need circulation, an auto-motorized unit is your best bet. If you want to sweat, go manual magnetic resistance. Quick heads up, the links in the description are affiliate links. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps keep the channel going. All right, let's start with number 5. Coming in at number 5 is the Sunny Health and Fitness Smart Underdesk Bike. If you're strictly on a budget and want to dip your toes into the desk bike world, this one sits right around $70. It's built with a stepless micro adjustment knob for resistance and a quiet mesh belt drive system. In real life, that means you're getting a perfectly smooth, silent pedal without waking up the whole house or annoying your coworkers during a busy afternoon. What's genuinely surprising at this price point is the tech integration. It connects directly to the free SunnyFit app so you can easily track your miles and calories right from your phone without paying any monthly membership fees. Working from home with kids running around? You can literally slide this under the kitchen table, hop on and get some legitimate miles in while you're managing the chaos. But let's be real about the limitations here. It weighs just under 12 pounds. That makes it super easy to carry around the house using the built-in top handle, but that exact same lightweight design means it wants to walk away from you when you pedal hard. Based on the reviews, if you're using this on slick hard floors, you're going to need a non-slip mat or carpet grippers to keep it fully anchored. Still, for the price, the build quality is surprisingly solid. One guy recovering from a shattered kneecap used this daily to get his range of motion back effectively. It's not a heavy-duty gym machine, but if you want a highly portable, affordable option to keep your joints moving, it absolutely gets the job done. Next up at number 4 is the UMAY Underdesk Elliptical. This one takes a totally different approach to office fitness. While most pedalers require you to do all the manual work, the UMAY features a fully motorized auto mode. For around $110, you get 12 different speed levels and a dedicated remote control, meaning you don't even have to bend over under your desk to change the settings. Here's who this is really for. If you're buying for an elderly parent or using it strictly for physical rehab and circulation, this is the one. The motor literally keeps your feet moving for you without joint strain. One user bought it for her husband who was struggling with severe leg swelling and circulation issues, and just having that assisted continuous motion made a massive daily difference. You can also easily switch it over to manual mode to push against the resistance yourself. It's also insanely quiet. It features a specialized mute system rated under 15 decibels. You plug it into the wall, turn it on, and you can comfortably watch TV without touching the volume dial. The catch? Because it's a motorized plug-in unit, you are tethered to a wall outlet at all times. It's also strictly designed for seated use. Do not try to stand up on this thing or you'll break the internal mechanics. But honestly, if you have a sedentary job or limited mobility and just need a reliable, zero-impact way to keep the blood flowing, the motorized assist on this is a complete game changer. It completely removes the friction of starting a workout. Moving on to number 3, we have the Stamina In-Motion Compact Strider. This is where we start getting into the serious heavy-duty hardware. Coming in at around $125, the Stamina gives you something the previous two simply couldn't: the ability to safely stand up while using it. It weighs a solid 24 pounds with a thick steel frame. So when you transition from your standard office chair to a standing desk setup, it actually supports your full body weight, up to 250 pounds. Where others feel flimsy or wobbly under pressure, this one feels totally planted. A lot of users love throwing on some ankle weights or grabbing some light dumbbells while standing on this to get a legitimate full-body cardio session right in their home office. It utilizes magnetic resistance with a reverse motion option, which is fantastic for targeting different leg muscles. But let's talk about the noise levels. Out of the box, it's whisper quiet. However, after a few months of heavy daily use, a lot of people notice a squeak developing in the internal wheels. The fix is actually simple. You just need a proper silicone lubricant on the tracks. Just don't use WD-40 or you'll strip the factory grease and make it worse. If you want the flexibility to pedal lightly while answering emails and then stand up and actually break a sweat during your lunch break, the Stamina gives you the absolute best of both worlds. By the way, all the links to these models are down in the description below if you want to check the current pricing. At number 2, we have the DeskCycle Ellipse. If you care about pure mechanical smoothness above absolutely everything else, this is your ultimate winner. Coming in at just under $200, this premium under-desk elliptical machine is built like an absolute tank. It weighs just under 30 pounds. Remember my tip from the buying guide earlier about machine weight? This is exactly what I meant in practice. You put this under your desk and it stays exactly there. The magnetic resistance flywheel is incredibly refined, offering 8 distinct levels of tension. In real life, setting it to level 4 and pedaling all day is enough to significantly tone your legs without even realizing you're working out. The biggest mechanical advantage here is the pedal geometry itself. The pedals are extra long and wide, which actually lets you change the shape of your stride just by shifting your feet forward or backward. If you push your heels to the very back, it flattens out the motion, giving you maximum clearance so your knees don't hit the bottom of your desk. Now, the heavy weight is a double-edged sword. At 30 pounds, it's a huge hassle to haul from the living room couch to the home office every single day. It does have a built-in handle, but ideally you want to find a permanent spot for it and leave it there. If you have bad knees or you're hypersensitive to jerky, cheap fitness equipment, the fluid motion on the DeskCycle is unmatched. It truly feels like gym-quality equipment that was shrunk down specifically for your home office. And finally, taking the number 1 spot is the Cubii JR1. There's a very good reason this is the most recognized name in the space, backed by over 16,000 ratings and an almost perfect 4.6 out of 5 stars. For around $180, it hits the absolute sweet spot of modern design, daily ergonomics, and long-term reliability. The Cubii JR1 features a patented ergonomic stride that is specifically engineered to keep your knees low and out of the way of your desk drawers. You take it out of the box, drop in 4 quick screws to attach the pedals, and immediately you're like, why didn't I do this years ago? It's completely silent. You can be on a high-stakes Zoom conference call, pedaling away at resistance level 6, and nobody on the other end is going to hear a single thing. It also features a built-in LCD tracker for your strides, calories, and total distance. The build quality is fantastic. It weighs a solid 25 pounds, which anchors it beautifully to the floor during intense sessions. So what's the actual downside? If you're using this on a slick hardwood floor or smooth tile, even with its heavy weight, aggressive pedaling can sometimes make it inch forward over time. This simple workaround is tossing a small yoga mat or standard rug grip underneath it to lock it in completely. Let's be real, the Cubii JR1 isn't the cheapest option out there, but it combines the low-profile knee clearance you need, the heavy build that prevents sliding, and a buttery smooth magnetic resistance. It is the gold standard for working from home. This Cubii JR1 is exactly the one I was talking about at the start. It absolutely lives up to the massive hype. If you want the best bang for your buck and standing versatility, go with the Stamina at number 3. Need motorized rehab assistance? The UMAY is your pick. But for the best all-around everyday desk companion, the Cubii takes the crown. Links are right below. And if this video helped you out, a like really does help the channel. Catch you in the next one.